Um, well, I lost a relationship, um, and I think she'd realised, the woman who I was in the relationship with had realised that after we hadn't seen each other for a while, that something had sort of clicked and changed in me that was different. And that was rather sad, but I knew I sort of couldn't really go on anymore. I thought I might get that I might get married a second time, but by that time I realised it wasn't going to work. It just wasn't. I knew that there's something wrong that I needed to fix in a deeper way. This is again leaping back to October, say, of that year before the final realisation in February. But what I really lost is my irritability and grumpiness, and that was a really good thing to lose. I used to feel just very upset about things all the time, and that life was quite pointless. And I used to work on night shifts, and sometimes on those night shifts, I'd been doing that for a few years. I used to think, I'm just, there's no future for me, there's no point. Just no point in life's not fun. Then, after the initial dressing and going out and shopping and things, when I went back to that job, I realised one day, wow, I haven't thought like that for the whole week. And usually I'd get very tired and very depressed, but I didn't feel like that anymore. I still got tired and grumpy, a little bit grumpy, as you do when you don't have sleep for about 6 days. But it felt there's something changed there. So that's what I lost. I lost my my grumpy old personality, and I'm much less serious about things, and I've got things to look forward to now, I think, which I didn't have before. And another, yeah, okay. I'll save that for the next question, I think. What have I gained? Apart from a very nice wardrobe and and certain bodily changes, physical changes, I have gained a positive self-image, which I didn't have before. I used to just dress in very, very scruffy clothes, and I didn't care. I wasn't interested in my appearance. I used to try and shut all of that out. Other people just not look and not appreciate that sort of thing. And I think also what I gained is just being able to talk and tell people all of my feelings, whereas before I had so many things that were shut off, and now I don't have to do it anymore. It's like being out of a prison, let out of prison or something. That I just can say these things, which I could never have said them. Maybe 5 years ago it would have been impossible to say, but now I can just say them. And also a feeling of balance. That's another thing I've gained. And understanding about my past, whereas I was quite bitter about the past in many ways before, and I wondered why me? Why doesn't it work for me? And now I've got a sort of inner peace from knowing why it was like that now. So lots of good psychological gains as well. Now I identify as transsexual, which seems to be quite an unfashionable term at the moment. Probably something to do with the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And yes, it was that day in February where that was what I said to myself. Oh my goodness, I'm actually transsexual. Whereas before I'd thought, yeah, that I might be a cross-dresser. I didn't even mind the term transvestite, which is also kind of out of fashion. So I went from thinking that perhaps I was a man. Well, no, first of all I'd say pre my friend coming over I thought I was a kind of a screwed up man. Then after he came and I started dressing and going out in public, I told my friends I'm not 100% male. There's something not 100% male about me. And then on that day in February, then from then on, nothing's changed. Yeah. I'd still call myself a trans woman or a transsexual woman. You know, this is the most difficult question. I actually have no idea. I doubt sometimes that I'm attracted to people in the same way that other women or other men are attracted to people. It's very difficult to say. Yeah, I don't know anymore. Maybe nobody. In the past, I thought I was attracted to women, but I knew there was something else there. I thought I might be attracted to men as well. There were certain men who I found attractive. So whenever people said made homophobic comments, I didn't like that, and I'd say things about it. But yeah, since going on hormones, really, I just don't feel anything anymore, which perhaps means that yeah, I can't really tell. Sorry.